Hello everyone and welcome back to Battlescape. Now there are two things that I really want to clear up that I forgot to mention in my last video, but I think it's worth going over, and that's the whole point of the series, is to go over everything that I can to set people up and so they know what they're doing. The first thing is the quest tab. Now you have three slots here. One of them is the main tab, the other one is the PVM tab or the Slayer tab, whatever you want to call it. And the last one is a blank tab, which is pointless, so don't ever fucking click on it. So the main tab has all these useful features like the uptime of the server. You can use custom loadouts. If you didn't know that, when you go into the bank, you can actually... It only works in Edgeville Bank, so you can't go anywhere else and load your loadout, for obvious reasons. It'd be overpowered. So, we can save this loadout, which is just like PVM gear, save the equipment and inventory, and we can call it PVM. We can put all of this shit inside of our bank. And you see we're wearing nothing. Well, let's try and use it outside the bank. Let's just prove this. PVM. You can't do this here, so we can only do it within the borders of the Edgeville Bank. So if we do it here, bam, we're with all our gear. And if we had anything in our loadout in our inventory, it'd be in our inventory as well. So that's something to look at. There's a guidebook if you need to know anything about the server. You can read up on this player's counter. Now when I started playing this, the counter on the right hand side always confused me. I always thought it was like the amount of staff online, but no, it's the amount of people in the wilderness, and they're always thinking of ways to change it so it's more confusing to know how many are in the wilderness. But honestly, if it doesn't give an accurate reading, I think just take it out. I mean, whether you know if there's 1 to 10 people or 0 people, it doesn't make a difference, because you're still not going to know how many people are in there. It could be 0. So unless you know the exact amount, there's no point having this counter. That's just my opinion anyway. And this is obviously the players online. The wishing well. Everyone loves the wishing well. Now, let's go to the wishing well. One entry in the wishing well is 30 mil. That's why it says 0 to 30. And 30 mil, if you donate into the wishing well, it can provide... It would be better if I just get the text up. So there's a pot for the wishing well. 188 mil. Fucking hell. So every Wednesday and Saturday, there's a draw at the wishing well. And if you're lucky enough, one entry is like 5 mil. Yeah, entry fee is 5 mil. So if you're lucky enough to win with your entry, you can get the full amount or a percentage of this amount here. That is a big pot, fucking hell. If the pot reaches 800 mil, drawing will be at 6 PM regardless of the date. So any day of the week, 6 PM if the pot is 800 mil, which is highly unlikely. But if you donate for boosts and you put 30 mil in, everyone on the server gets an hour. And you'll see this wishing well change to a timer for an hour, depending on how much is donated. So 30 mil per hour. And you get all these crazy boosts. You get a 12.5% drop. This is for everyone on the server. So a 12.5% drop rates, boost, larger coin drops, combat XP by 25%, skill XP rates by 12.5%. And wow, they're actually adding the group bioman boost as well, even though it's not in the game yet. And it has a list here of all the previous winners. Holy shit. So, if you want to try your luck at earning a big amount, maybe enter 180 mil. That's a fucking big pot. Holy shit. A Clan Wars tournament. Clan Wars is a minigame custom made in the server, which I've never played, but you can go check that out if you want to check that out. There's a portal south of the bank. And basically when you go in, every game of Clan Wars, there's set rules, like you get custom levels, and we have to bring gear in your bank for those certain levels. So there might be a game where where everyone has 40 defense or 30 range or something ridiculous. So it might even be a free-to-play Clan Wars. So you're gonna have to find loads of gear around the server and put it in your bank if you want to get good at Clan Wars. Basically, when you go in, everyone has the same levels and it could be random. So you want to be the best at all types of combat. And the account age, oh my god, my account is 2 days old. That's embarrassing. I've played for 28 minutes. My kill death ratio is 0, 0. I think that's self-explanatory. Killing spree, 0. I haven't killed or been on a killing spree. Untradeable points. Now this is interesting. So this vendor here, Purdue, this shopkeeper, he will sell us stuff for untradeable points, which is another currency. It's an invisible currency that we can buy points for things like Slayer points. They're probably the best to trade in for untradeable points, but it means that we can buy things like Void. There used to be crystal bows here, but now crystal bows are moved. And you have to have crystal seeds to get those. Now my favorite things is the Void, the Ardy capes. Obviously you have to get 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. The Avas and the rune pouch. I love the rune pouch, holy shit. But they do cost a lot. But if we talk to him and if we trade for Slayer points, you can get 75 untradeable points for 1 Slayer point. So it's not that bad if you do a few Slayer tasks. Because there are consecutive Slayer task rewards, like you get more points. Obviously, we know the have voted thing. And the gold membership. Oh boy, let's go over the gold membership. So if you buy a bond, which is probably about 40 mil in today's economy, let's just have a gander. Why not? So if we look at the bond, the lowest selling price. Okay, that's that just means there's not enough on the market, and someone's trying to get one for 150 mil. Don't. That's bullshit. Why would anyone pay a fucking 150 mil for a bond? But basically, to start off with, if you're a gold member, which lasts for 14 days when you redeem a bond, you get all these slots open, so that's why these are locked. I can't click on these. You get, when you die in a safe place that's not the wilderness, you don't drop any of your stuff. You keep it all, inventory and equipment. You get a boost in drop rates, you get a boost in XP. If we open the guidebook, and we look at gold membership, and the benefits, normal. Yeah, basically all the things a wishing well does, but it's constant for 14 days, and it stacks with the wishing well. And they have the group Iron Man stuff as well. Pretty cool. So this is for everyone. So you have a 25% slower run energy drain outside of the wilderness, so that's good if you're low agility as well. Or even a high agility, just fucking, you have a lot of run energy all the time. A 25% boost in Slayer / boss points. As I said, your items are kept. 10% increased skilling success rate, so things like thieving, you're going to be better at. You get noted and double herb drops, that's fucking fantastic. Extra marks of grace for agility, which is, I hate agility on this server. When you do God Wars on this server, each kill count usually counts for 2 kills, but if you're a gold member, it counts for 4, which is really fast to get kill count. As if 2 wasn't fast enough. When you're in the wilderness, your dragon bones that drop are noted, so you can stay there until you get killed, which you probably shouldn't. Just keep an Amulet of Glory with you, and I think you should be fine, because you can just teleport a level 30 wilderness. Kill green dragons. If you see a white dot or a purple dot, because they'll probably be in the clan chat, then just teleport the fuck out of there. And the general store buys at high arc value if that interests you. And if you have the Ring of Wealth, there's more benefits. But more notably, your herb drops and coin drops and other drops are automatically banked when picked up, which is insane. So hopefully that clears up the quest tab. We'll go over the PVM tab as we're PVMing or doing Slayer or bosses. Now, we need to find... Where's Lanthus? Oh, he's over here now. He used to be over there. So Lanthus, if I just get out my vote tickets, and I'll show you what they are. When you vote, you get vote tickets for... I'm not sure how many you get. I think it might be 2 per vote. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But let's grab these out. Now, what vote tickets do is if we trade Lanthus, if we have things like a Berserker ring, we can actually imbue it for 10 vote tickets. Or we can buy clue scrolls or combat lamps or herb boxes, which is good for Iron Men. But if we want to imbue anything, like the Slayer helmet or all the types of rings, or we want to get the Elite Void for the prayer bonus, that's 20 each. Holy shit. Or a Ring of Suffering imbued, that's really good. That's 30 vote tickets. All these things, cosmetic chicken outfit, useless. You just need vote tickets for. So we're going to keep those and stack those up. So I think that clears up the two things that I wanted to clear up, which are the vote tickets and the quest tab. But if there's anything that I haven't explained and you want to know more about, then feel free to open your quest tab and open that guidebook, and it has literally everything in here. But hopefully we're going to find some nuggets that won't be in there.